Busan is a city on the Korean Peninsula. The southeasterly coast, a quick trip from major Asian cities like Shanghai and Tokyo, and a 2.5-hour ride on a bullet train out of Seoul. The largest port and second largest city in South Korea stretch along the rocky shoreline of the region of Yeong Nam and progresses beyond into a sea of mountains. Paleolithic people were drawn to shellfish, gathering groups to its rocky shores, to the endless gifts that Jagalchi offers market for fish, from the ancient Joseon ships to the dockyards that aided in the movement south. Hello and welcome to KYC News. Please don't forget to subscribe and HTI the bell icon. The economic miracle of Korea, oceans, and Busan have always been intertwined. The 21st century is being ushered in quickly. Busan is still changing into a sanctuary where diligent Koreans may shave their heads, think back on the past, likewise, look into the future. The thriving port supports Busan's economic dynamism. The city's beaches, which are becoming more popular, draw tourists from across Asia. Busan Station is around a 40-minute subway trip away. Is the main draw of the city, South Korea's largest and busiest beach, Haeundae favorite beachfront hangout. Follow the expansive beaches to the east to Dalmaji Mountain, a perspective that the traveling poets of yesteryear and contemporary coffee drinkers. While in the eastern part of Haeundae, to get to Apec House, use the routes via Dongbaek Park, where leaders of Asia and the Pacific took some one of Busan's most famous sites during their summit in 2005. Busan's dynamic shoreline provides scenery and pursuits that can accommodate any mood. Complete relaxation. Your towel should be spread out on the arc of the beach Gwangali, taking delight in calm seas, relaxed atmosphere, views of Diamond Bridge, etc. If you enjoy exploring new places, at the fishing community of Cheongsapo, board a charter. The skywalk at the conclusion of the peninsula of Yeongbodong, and admire the Oryukdo Islands vistas only offshore looking for a little illumination. Journey to Gajang. While at the Haedong Amgunsa, make a wish. Temple, one of Korea's rare Buddhist temples, was constructed by the water. Head north across the famed Gyeongdo-daejeon Bridge towards Taejonggi Park. These cliffs are where, in accordance with legend, once gods and goddesses came here to unwind, and the 29th Silla King enjoyed his free time. Time is like an arrow blasting into the moving clouds. For the simple mortals of today, the park is the ideal setting for a quick nap, a more relaxed mental state while cargo ships make their way to distant destinations. At Sondo Beach, the contemplative atmosphere persists. Cross the churning water by taking the elevated walkway, whose contours represent a legendary dragon-slaying escape from its beachside den. Next, let your thoughts wander as the children run. Daedaepo Beach is free. The longest river in South Korea's mouth is here. The lines are blurred by the unending sands and sea mists between the sky and the ground. While Busan's tail has consistently the sea has shaped, it's a city whose mountains serve to define it equally. Just atop the port, take the elevator up to Yeongdusan Park's peak and exchange viewpoints with the 16th century statue of 20th century naval hero Captain Lee Sun-sin located on MT Kyanma. To reach the observation, trek for 20 minutes. Viewing Area 4's dynamic Busan unfold in front of you. North of the city, take a 5-minute cable car ride. By doing so, to Jungang Park by bicycle, the location of Busan's tallest peak. Thousands of locals hike here, so why not join them? every weekend investigating the forest's walls and trails fortress Junggang. Byomyosa Temple is also located in the park, whose armed monks repelled invaders in the 16th century. Additionally, on January 20th, Busan honors its heroes always, and nearby temple of Cheongyeolsa, pay your respects to Busan's ghosts, people who lost their lives as patriots when Japanese forces besieged their city in 1592. Busan was once more under siege in 1950. Located in the UN Memorial Cemetery, visit some of the 140,000 soldiers' graves who surrounded Busan with a last-ditch perimeter, repelling a barrage of North Korean infantry. One of the few southern cities was Busan. To avoid collapsing during the Korean War, become a refuge for more than 500,000 refugees. The UN Peace Memorial Hall is where both fighters and civilian sacrifices are recalled, the accounts of people who have endured persistent conflicts all across the world. Busan owes a great deal to its tenacious migrants. Dishes created in response to post-war adversity transformed into gastronomic wonders. A street where a couple of refugees peddled magazines left behind by American GIs developed into a whole block of bookstores. A few modest kiosks where newcomers could purchase goods, traded necessities of life is presently one of Korea's most popular and significant standard marketplaces, offering everything from footwear to kimchi. Refugees from Busan initially occupied the portside areas before constructing hundreds of temporary structures around the city on the sloping desolate hills. After a long period of retaining their grindstone, Gamcheon's citizens have embraced their imaginative side, displaying artwork on their walls and laneways which have changed their community into one of the major tourist destinations in the city. The renovation of Gamcheon represents Busan. Fresh creativity, energy that is entrepreneurial and cultural has grown throughout the city. View this dynamism at its top-notch museums, galleries, and celebrations. In the merry commotion of its commercial lanes, hear it, an area of 3 million square feet, the biggest department store on Earth. Taste and smell it in a dish that tempts you. Worldwide foodies and seafood aficionados. And sense it every night when the city explodes with light. Similar to its annual Lantern Displays Festival. Having repelled enemies for generations, gates, and decades of labor and adversity, this jovial port town has finally arrived. Into its own Busan, as it is today, serves as a superb bridge to create a really special now by fusing the past and future. Greetings from Busan, a feast for the senses. The soul, too.
Yeah.